Hello, Rachel. This is really good writing. Great job describing your intent. This is fantastic. So important for students to be able to express their intent and their technical approach regarding any assignment. So I was really super pleased to see this. So please keep that up as we move forward. This is a really good practice um, for students to get into describing their intent and their technical approach. I think it's a great idea. Good job. All right, let's go take a look at the ad. I've got the ad up in a separate window, so we'll just go ahead and do this so we can fit it in the window by doing, well, actually what I'll do is this. We'll just keep that there, and then we'll just do that. Okay, that's perfect. All right, this is a nice looking ad. It is. It's definitely, as you've mentioned, it's not a base, I don't want to say kid friendly, but it's definitely not, hey, bring your kids to the beach. It doesn't have that vibe or that feel. It definitely has, okay, we're adults, let's enjoy an adult vacation. I get it. I get the color scheme. I get everything you're saying, and I think it's very effective. Nice work. The ad, I think, is darn good. I really do. I think it's excellent. It's interesting. The approach you have taken is very interesting, and I applaud you for really kind of stretching the boundaries here and making it work. Um, okay, I've just got a couple of recommendations, and that's really it. Just one minor recommendation really is it. Now, based on the dark ad, well, actually a couple. So based on the ad, I think that the ad does have an inherent amount of dark value to it. And that's okay, and we get that, and we talked about that in its relationship to its concept, and everything makes good sense. But I think one thing that is really going to add a little punch to this ad that I think we could use is the main logo, the first logo, this one right here. I think that is going to add a little pop of color. It's also going to make more this. It's going to activate this graphic right here much more because the colors are going to create a continuation, and that's going to really pop this right here. It's going to pop the logo. It's going to add a nice punch to the bottom of the ad. I think that's needed. I would recommend placing the. Well, actually, I take that back. This is a good setup. The logo honestly might be just a little bit small, and it's very rare that that happens. Students usually want to make the logo huge. This one might be just a little bit tiny so I recommend that. Now, I understand that you're trying to keep the logo and the contact information relatively close to the baseline and the cap height. The top of the graphic aligning with the top of the contact information. I get that. So what you can do is if you increase this, watch my cursor, something like that. Hold on, something like this. Okay, but just move it up. That's too close to the bottom of the page. But all you have to do is increase the space between the lines of type in this contact information here. That's called leading, and that is available in your character palette through Photoshop. So the only other thing is this, is I think you've got, don't forget, headline, Arial bold. Subhead, Arial bold italic. That's got to be set in Arial bold italic, okay? And then what I would do is, I'm okay with the center alignment. I don't know if you saw the announcement regarding center aligned type. I think this is okay because generally this whole information area is center aligned. So left aligning this is going to create an imbalance. So I'm perfectly fine. This is one of those situations where center alignment is working for you. So Arial bold italic for a subhead. I would also take that subhead and just move it up just a little bit closer, 3 or 4 pixels closer to the headline, and then take that actually that might just work. Right now I think the type is encroaching too far down on the image. So if you take your subhead and move it closer to the headline and then just watch my cursor, headline, that whole configuration somewhere like that, you might end up having to move it up just a little bit in the composition. But try those changes. I think it's going to send this thing into another level, a new level of really, it's a gorgeous ad. Just a couple of minor little elements, and I think it's going to be fantastic. So go ahead and make those changes. Repost if you want. We'll go ahead and take a look, make sure we're heading in the right direction. And then at that point, we're going to take this magazine ad and we're going to use it to create the banner ad. So you want this to be complete before we start the banner ad. So let's go ahead and get those changes and get these submitted quickly so we can make sure we're heading in the right direction. You're not required to resubmit. I'm just saying that just to make sure, if at the very least, if you elect not to resubmit after you make these changes, make sure you reflect these changes in your final submission for the project, which is coming up here in just a couple of short weeks. All right, fantastic, great. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Thank you.